Mr. Cater.
Here.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
Mr. Buckley. There's quorum present.
As you wish, please stand for the pledge and the invocation. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Commissioner.
Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us all together this morning. Dear Lord, please be with us as we try to do the best for the county. Dear Lord, keep everybody safe as they do go on their way today. Dear Lord, just be with them and bless them. I ask this in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
The consent agenda is on the board. I'd like to point out a couple of things. Aaron Brown's name is misspelled. It's Aaron. And the last item, typically we only forgive penalty and interest if it's the county's fault. In this case, it's also not the payer's fault. That letter has been in the post office for a while. I'm not sure if they've received that yet or not.
They have not, and it was sent out on the 5th.
Well in time.
Well in time. It was one of the, not electronic bill pay, but if you guys go through the bank and they do a bill pay for you and it's sent out in the mail instead of electronic, which still in this day and age I don't understand that, but it was delivered to Farmington on the 18th of December, and from there it is
Wherever. Spent
So-
some time in Oklahoma.
But they did have an electronic and a tracking on it, so that's why we feel like it was paid in plenty of time, just not received.
In this case, I would move that we allow this because it wasn't our fault, it wasn't the taxpayer's fault. And we need to look at that rule.
It's just, yeah.
We need to look at that system.
So are you making a motion?
I make a motion to approve the
The whole
consent agenda.
consent
Yes.
agenda.
Yes.
And I will second that.
Any questions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Bid opening. I took a couple of pictures. Where is, okay, she's back there?
She's hiding behind.
She's hiding. Okay, but that's kind of what we're talking about. Bid opening?
Yeah.
How many?
Just one.
One bid, public opening.
I'll leave it up here. Okay. Raider Mechanical is who this is.
Okay.
And got everything here. If somebody's here for that bid opening and want to take a picture of it, if you want to grab it, we'll make a copy of it for you later, and then. Is this? Oops.
We would like it to be as fast as possible.
Take it up at the end of the meeting.
Yes, sir.
Make sure
This
it
will not be acted on today. They'll start.
It could be if she.
Could
be, okay.
She's ready for it, so if it's something that's
Okay.
within her budget and time frame, they want to get it going because they need a toilet.
Okay.
She'll be looking at it as I see she's studying it now. If it meets all the criteria that it
We'll come
really
back to it.
needs.
We may come back to that before the end of the meeting. Okay, that's done. Now, lease agreement with Wolf Creek Fire Department. Project here is to clean the shingle pile and revert that property back to the Wolf Creek Fire Department. That's their building right there in the lower right corner. And as it is now, the fire department goes through 2 stop signs to get out on Double O Highway. This will give them direct access, immediate access to Double O, and it gets rid of the shingle pile. We're working on ways to getting rid of the shingles. Carrie has somebody that may grind them and take them.
Right, and Bridget's working very hard on a grant.
Yes.
So,
It'll be some cost involved, but we're working on that. So, lease agreement, basically it's $1 a year, so, or $1 for a
So
transaction.
we're gonna take the pile over with the intention of getting a grant because
Right.
the fire department cannot get a grant, so they're transferring to us so we can get the grant, have the shingles removed and then transfer it back to them
Right,
afterwards.
yeah, it's
Correct?
correct.
just a
I like it
property
in a nutshell.
transaction. Okay, motion.
I make a motion, we enter the lease agreement with Wolf Creek Fire Department.
Second, questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Legal Services, Tom Burcham, they just needed an update. We have an agreement with our with that attorney to charge us $300 per hour as needed, and it continues until terminated.
We've used him on several occasions on litigation, in the middle of litigation, or when we needed something in the next 15 minutes. And so we've only used him like 3 times in the past. 2 years, but we need to upgrade his contract for our auditor, who needs a contract with every one of our vendors, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Man, short sweet.
motion.
I make a motion, we enter the legal service contract with Tom Birch, the attorney, at $300 an hour.
Second. Questions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Financial assurance letter, this is just RTP grant, and it's, you want, Bridget, you want
It's just stating that we're gonna pay the remaining amount of whatever the grant doesn't cover.
this is the trails.
Yeah, for the trails, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it just says we'll back up our part of the agreement. Okay, motion?
I make a motion, we enter the financial assurance letter for the 2026 RTP grant.
Second, questions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Project resolution, same thing all over again. We agree that we'll keep the park open for a minimum of 25 years. Basically, the rest of it's the same. So, motion?
And I'll make a motion, we accept the project resolution, 2026 RTP grant.
Yeah, and for clarity, that's the Owl Creek Park. Okay, I make a second on that.
If you
Questions?
guys get a chance to get out to Owl Creek, please do.
Yeah.
It's utilized by many, many, many.
It's a tremendous asset
And
out there.
please go out there and at least walk it, look at it. And if you go out there this week, you'll see that there's another .88 mile of trail being added, and Brockmiller Construction, if I'm not mistaken, is doing that one.
Okay,
And Cocker.
okay.
Well, you guys are so excited. Last week was over an hour and a half. This week is 7 minutes before we go to committee reports. You have looked at that contract. You've been waiting for that contract. So you're prepared to make a recommendation?
Yes.
Well, it took you a lot less time to look at toilets and sinks than my wife.
All right, keep it clean now. Okay.
That's days, weeks.
What do you got?
We would like to request to move forward with the bid that we received from Raider Mechanical.
Okay, and this is the Juvenile Detention Center. And how many units?
6.
6 units. Okay. Will they install?
They will install them, yes.
Okay, and time frame?
I think it was 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, and dollars?
I'd have to look at the exact amount.
Is this the proposed base bid? Is that what you recommend, is take the base bid, or?
Yes, that is the.
That's for all 6
the
units?
31, I'm not
Yes,
sure
the
of
base
last
bid
amount.
is $31,940.34.
For 6 units?
Yes, these are the steel, or,
I'm glad you watched, I was picking out.
And the pictures I got were just routine pictures. I don't know if they're the same.
The one that was on the right is what it looks like, the stainless steel, those
Oh,
right there.
yeah, yeah.
And I think the fixture themselves is over 3,000 per fixture, so.
Yeah,
Detention grade is not cheap.
No.
yeah.
You know that can.
I
Okay.
believe I think this is the company that also installed some at the jail, and they have been very happy with that, according to.
It is Raider
Mr. Ryan.
Mechanical, correct? Raider Mechanical.
Yes.
yes.
A local company. Okay. Motion.
Okay, I'm just writing all my information down.
It's in your budget, right?
Yes, it is in the budget.
Go ahead.
I make a motion for the Juvenile Detention Center to accept the bid from Raider Mechanical at $31,940.34 for 6 units. That's all. That's my motion. Thank you.
Second. Questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Did you vote on that resolution?
Did we vote on the resolution?
Which one?
Oh, that one? Oh, all in
I
favor?
thought we did, but, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Did
I
you
thought we
call for
had-
questions?
Yes.
Oh,
Call for
Good
questions.
question.
In the event that the Owl Creek Park would be, for whatever reason, closed within 25 years, what's the result of that? Based on this resolution?
Well, we will make every effort to keep it open. That's all I can tell you. I
Okay.
can't tell you, the end of the world may happen.
What are they gonna do now?
Well, I don't know.
It doesn't say that this couldn't be turned over to state like they do some parks, and they would
And
take
that's
it
our
over.
ultimate goal.
They can come back and take the pavement up and take it with them. So I think
It really
everybody's
doesn't-
gonna be in the pavement.
But it doesn't state anything in there that we don't follow through it. It's just saying that we will keep it open.
That's to keep you from privatizing the park. So.
Okay. Any other questions on that? And we Got a vote?
That's a good question.
Yes, all in favor, we eyed it, yeah.
Okay, all in favor, aye? Aye, thank you.
And I made a motion, and did we eyed on the toilet? Okay, good.
Okay, no meeting next week. CCAM is a required attendance by us. We won't be here. So our next meeting will be on March 3rd. Okay,
You're gonna start that meeting late next week at wherever it is, since they all have to file for office if they're running for office on that first day, that's next Tuesday. I thought I'd tell you that. Two things happen next Tuesday. One, that's the first day of filing the August primaries, and it is also the first day that you can vote on the April ballots. So the early voting starts at Weber Road next Tuesday.
okay. Anybody got correspondence? Now it's time for public comments. I assume somebody's getting ready to speak. Go ahead. Come on up to the microphone, please. Start with your name.
And Brian, I think that's on me.
Thank you, gentlemen. My name's Lee Asher. So in August of 2018, the residents of St. Francis County voted 78% to support labor unions. Recently, our sheriff's department voted over 70% to be represented by the Fraternal Order of Police in Missouri. The commission has chosen not to recognize the FOP as their bargaining unit, as their bargaining agent. You guys have the power to voluntarily recognize them, sit down with the FOP, and negotiate a contract. Why has the commission taken the stance in a community that is highly labor supportive? Why is the commission taking the stance that they don't want to negotiate?
Okay, we have not taken that stance. We have commented that there is a procedure they have to go through according to the state rules of Missouri. And our attorney sent a letter to them outlining those procedures before we can talk to them about representation. As far as I know, that's not been done.
So, has the FOP filed a lawsuit against the county to be represented?
Well,
I think I was served.
Yes.
So, we didn't have to get to that step because you could voluntarily recognize the FOP
Not without you following the procedures of the state.
so the procedures are to have them file a lawsuit against you, and we all spend money on lawyer fees?
No. That was outlined in several steps, and our attorney outlined that to you legally in the letter.
So, with all due respect, sir.
Okay.
I've spoke to labor lawyers who have
Okay.
said that you guys have the power to do that. Now, I understand that those are labor lawyers that labor unions deal with.
Right.
However, they're only interpreting the law as it has been settled in the past.
Okay.
So, I guess I disagree with you. I disagree with your
Understand.
lawyer. It's just disappointing that in a community that is so highly labor supportive that you guys won't sit down and negotiate with them.
if you don't mind, I'll.
Sure.
Okay. And we've talked with a couple others that called me from the union. When this first came out, Lee, that there was nobody from the sheriff's department that came to us and said, this is what wouldn't be done, or what was going on with them with past that if you look at our past, I mean, we've been nothing but gracious to the sheriff's department. So, I think Christ was gone at his training, and they came up and they got a legal representation or whatever they did. So Lee, we went and looked at the state statute. It says, and I sent you that information, and I'm no lawyer. It says that the exceptions were sheriff's departments, some other things that were in there. But we took sheriff, we saw that they could not unionize. So to us, we're thinking, okay, we get a letter from FOP. It says they want to be, and I don't know if they said collective bargaining at the beginning, but they said representation or whatever. So guys, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm sorry. Like I told you, Lee, and I told others that called me, we didn't know, so we have to turn that over to them. And I do know that you got a letter that stated, no, we will not, as we told them off the beginning, we will not voluntarily recognize you, because you get into that ball game and then you're like, okay, who's representing? I be honest with you, I didn't know who the FOP was. We've never had one here. So, but looking at it as them wanting to be, I guess if it's over there, I'm not really, but I don't see the big problem now if that's what they want to do and come in and speak for these guys. Now, we do have a group going to talk to the sheriff's department, so hopefully we can all meet together, knowing that there is something wrong, correct? So I'm all about, let's go over there and talk to them. I wish they would have come to us and talked to us, but we got to this point and that's where we're at, and that's why I don't want to spend, I don't want to
Just
spend.
because they want to be represented by the FOP doesn't necessarily mean that they have issues with the commission. It means that they want to have some they want to have some union representation.
Understand.
There is case law in Missouri that addresses this, and it says that they can unionize through the FOP, so.
Well, and I think if you know more about that, then I'll ever know. Yes.
And listen, I'm like anybody else. When a problem comes to me, I research.
Exactly.
And I understand you guys have done your research. I just think that you're taking the wrong approach in a community so labor friendly. Just one last quick question. Is it true that the commission took over $1 million out of the sheriff's department budget this year?
No,
Not at all.
no, what that is, where that came from, the 911 has threatened to sue the county for that $1 million out of the use tax, which would mean that the sheriff's budget will be reduced by $1 million a year. So that's where that rumor came from. It's not happened yet, but they've told us it's gonna happen. And if that does happen, sheriff's probably gonna have to lay some people off. It's $1 million a year out of his budget.
Yeah.
I didn't want to mention your name and you're not being in the room. so-
Listen, and that, there's rumors,
Yes.
and that's why I'm addressing it,
Yeah.
because I wanna know the truth.
Yeah.
And those are the rumors that are out there, so.
And Lee, as well as we are pretty open about all that, and if anybody wants to see that, we take that too. I think it's sunshineable, first of all, and I don't want to say I give you that information. But as Parks will tell you, the keeper of our money, that all 100% of the property money, which is even more than we thought it was.
The use
gonna
tax.
be.
Use
Use tax, sorry.
We're not mentioning that $3 million in Prop P funds were hauled to our sheriff's department this year, that all of us elected officials, not just the sheriff's department, but all of us elected officials were out fighting to get that.
Well, and you can see,
And it's rumor.
you can see the issue there.
Sure.
So the sheriff's department says they want to belong to the FOP. They don't feel like you guys are listening to them, then they get
Yeah.
$1 million cut out of their budget. It seems a little
Beyond our
retaliatory.
hands on that.
So, that's why I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
I want to take care of the rumor as well, in that we did not use Prop P funds to buy the bank, and you can send anybody get sunshine. 'Cause
Right.
That's the problem, is people rumors, we talked to the sheriff's department, there's people on, there's probably people in our building too that's spreading false stuff, but unfortunately, people are putting false stuff on the internet, and let's be honest, in today's time, that's where 90% of people get all their
Sure.
information from, even though it's not accurate, so. If you have questions, please contact Kevin's office or my office, if you want to.
And I wanna-
We can show you where all the
Yes.
numbers go to.
I want to thank Lee because you contact me a lot, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I
because
just,
he has a
you know.
question. He's come to me, and he knows. These guys, most of them know me. I'm not going to hide from you. I'll talk to you. It may not be on the same page, but I'll talk to you all I can. So.
I appreciate your time.
The great thing about that, anything you guys want to see, or anybody wants to see, since we took over 7 years ago, everything is on our website. All our budgets, all of our, we have complete transparency. Too much sometimes, they think. But
I did
I
look
prefer
through
everybody
that.
to know everything than to have to find it out on the internet.
I did look through the budget yesterday because I was trying to
Yeah.
decipher it, but at the end of the day, I'm an electrician, not an accountant, so, and that's something
Yes.
you guys are
Yeah.
fortunate enough, you guys get to look at, and we don't get to look at, so, it seems a little, like I said, it seemed a little retaliatory if the rumors I had heard were true, so.
To be clear, the Prop P funds, use tax funds,
Thank you.
go entirely to the sheriff's department immediately. There's no
In
time.
addition to what the funds, that there wasn't any, that went up and they withdrew their funding that was prior to that. That was in addition. That's going well. Unfortunately, our other sales tax is flat.
Yeah.
That's what sucks, but the use tax is actually going up pretty good. People are buying more stuff on the internet.
I also want to point out that ballot language for the use tax did not specify for the sheriff's department. It said general revenue. It was the
Yeah, but-
commission that has dedicated that money to law enforcement.
Right, and we promised during the campaign verbally that it would go to the law enforcement. So, and we've held that completely true. Okay. And like it's been said, possibility due to others that we will lose $1 million. The sheriff will lose $1 million a year from that fund. We can't control that. So if 911 continues to sue the county over this, that may go away.
They gotta be successful.
They-
Gotta be successful. So that's what's going on.
I don't think they'll.
Okay, did you want to speak? Yes.
But Lee, you're more than welcome. Please share my number. I know most of you guys have it, but please share my number. If
I've wrote it on
Travis
every
is-
Johnny I could find.
Travis called me from the airport too. So Travis is on me. You know it's, where's his dad? I know he's sitting around here somewhere.
Sonny's sitting back
Yeah,
there.
see? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Good morning, my name's Jim Schulte. I'm a business rep with Sheet Metal Workers Local 36. Represent a lot of people down here in this area. As Lee said, it's a very strong union area. I just wanted to ask a quick question. So given the fact that the FOP in Missouri has filed this lawsuit, going forward, does this commission intend to negotiate in an unbiased professional manner with them when that time comes?
If that's what the, if that is where we come to it, yeah. And also, we're also going to have like I said, a small portion of people that, Bridget's our lady in the office that knows our numbers, right? So I'm a commissioner, guys. You know I didn't run on, hey, I know these numbers. We have an auditor, we have a treasurer, we have collector and all that. So we will meet with them, with the ones that know the numbers and try that. But if they want to be represented and the court shows that we have to do that, because as Lee said, there's case, I read the whole thing, there's case after case that says that this has happened. I'm ready to meet in good faith with them if we have to. And if we need to, like others, because you're talking to, a lot of the guys from the unions that get their lawyer guys to talk to you, I have no idea what they're talking about. So if we need legal and us, that'd be awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Yes.
Hello, my name is Sean Oster. I just have one quick question. See if the commission is against organized labor.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
All right.
As a matter of fact, we have negotiations tomorrow with the road and bridge department.
Thank you very much.
And that was another, I don't know if Lee told me that or not, but that was another rumor. And I forgot who else, I don't know if he's in here, asked me if I was wanting to get rid of the union. Well, guys, that's true. So most of you know I was union twice before, laborers and with the railroad workers. So, BRO, Carmen, Railroad Carmen. I've been there, guys. I've been on both sides of this, and I've worked well with the union over at the ambulance district, and those guys could tell you I was pretty easy to deal with. I just, we want to do it the right way and make sure that we're covered too, because we have our citizens out there that will ask us questions when things happen. So we are not getting rid of the union. I just want you guys to know that.
I'm a former member of the
Not-
Chemical Workers Local 50, so years ago. So, no.
I know that was another rumor out there. I just
That's
wanted
my background.
to let you guys know.
Okay, any other, yes?
We got a group of very important people in our community, union representation in here. I guess I have a question for you all. So the protection of our employees, which is awesome, I'm sure it's, protecting them and everything else. So, let's say, am I wrong here that the union can sometimes control what their pay is at? Is that accurate in a sense, that the union could?
Okay, Brooks, Parks, I'm not hearing everything.
Could the union be part of that protection, also be controlling what the pay of those representatives are? So what the pay of our sheriffs would be, could the union control that?
So it's a collective. They will negotiate wages and benefits. Those are part of what they do, but that's not the only thing.
No,
they
and
do.
I'm not saying it's the only thing.
Yeah.
Leading to my question of, I think that one part that is worrisome is as government entity, our income, we don't get income on selling products out there, pushing as many products we can. Our income's based off sales tax. The state constantly is coming in and taking sales tax away from us. We lost our marijuana tax that came in, and nobody put all the money into it. They're taking out sales tax income from diapers, wipes, all these things that we didn't even know about. But so our sales taxes, if you look at it every month, it's going less and less and less. So I think what worries me is, I do think that they need that protection, but if that pay with bargaining goes up and up and we can't pay them, what happens?
So
we can't just go borrow to pay them that. I mean,
The FOP negotiates negotiates contracts for public law enforcement all across the state. So they're used to having to deal within those confines. Like I said, I'm an electrician at the end of the day. I'm not a labor lawyer. I ask a lot of questions. It's mostly centered around electricians, but at the end of the day, they have negotiated those types of contracts all over the state of Missouri. So they're gonna be used to working within those confines. They're gonna understand that they can't give the deputies any more than what the tax revenue that the county has to spend on it, or however that their department is funded. They're gonna understand that there's parameters they have to work with.
Yeah, because it is worrisome, they're talking about the state,
Sure.
and I was talking about pulling a food tax, which, we're projecting could be up to a $7 to $11 million loss to the county. I mean, you start doing the math on that, thank you for answering.
My
That is a little worrisome.
suggestion would be that when you get to that point, is to talk to the FOP, because they're gonna tell you the places that they have contracts, and you can reach out to those either municipalities or counties and see how they go about approaching their negotiation with them.
That's what I want to make sure that we're truly protecting our employees by not, instead of, they get these raises, which they deserve. I mean, law enforcement deserves raises as much as, what they do, what they put their life on the line every day. But if it gets to the point that we can't pay them, the last thing I want to see is that protection means, employees of ours lose their jobs because we can't pay them, That's the little, again, I'm not saying I'm against that, but that is the stuff you worry about a little bit, is the last thing, yes, I want to see them make more money, but I also don't want to see individuals lose jobs.
Yeah, the FOP is not gonna wanna see any deputies lose their jobs, so they're not gonna be going out trying to enrich their people. They're gonna want them to have a decent wage and benefit package and have some decent protections.
And that was a big part of our Prop P that we promised the citizens of our community, is to put more road deputies out there and everything else. The last thing we want to see is less road deputies happening.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, the sheriff has used that $3 million per year income from the use tax for 6-8 years, I don't know how many.
What is that, I'm sorry?
How long we had the use tax?
It was 2022. It was 22. Yeah, 2022.
Well, in that time, he significantly increased the hourly wage of the deputies. He's bought several new cars. I think one year we bought 10 new cars, new equipment. So that money is going well into the sheriff's department. We're concerned about losing that $1 million a year.
Sure.
So.
Which we all agree, those men and women out there they do.
Oh, they deserve it.
They deserve it, absolutely. So we also want to protect that side.
Those pay increases were appropriate. They were underpaid before. Now they're getting closer. I'm sure there's differences of opinion, if too much, not enough, whatever. It's up to the council.
We would probably disagree on if we're close or not.
I
guarantee it. I guarantee it.
That's a possibility.
Is there any other, I think you guys got public comment?
Not at this time.
You should.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry about keeping us here.
Not at this time.
These guys are used to it. We had what was it, hour and a half meeting the other day. Well, I mean, you can mention it. I mean, it doesn't really, it's nothing we're hiding. Health insurance, we just have to make sure also with FOP, if it comes with, our guys have the Teamsters, everybody in the county worker is covered with the health insurance from the Teamsters.
Team Care.
It's Team Care, and it's very good insurance. It's not a threat, it's not nothing, they need to check into that. Lee, I don't know if you know anything about that kind of stuff.
No, that's
okay.
between the Teamsters and the
us too.
FOP. And at the end of the day, the FOP is not gonna wanna do anything that's gonna endanger the health insurance of the deputies.
We're trying to get their lawyers. Teamsters representative said he thinks that will cancel their insurance.
Right.
The gal at Team Care says she doesn't think so. I said, I want it from your legal team in writing before.
There's
We don't want them to be out there hanging.
Listen, we're not saying there's not issues that are gonna need to be addressed.
We buy
at
our
the end of
health
the day.
insurance coverage, something like $800-900 per month per person from a union. And as I understand it, there's an agreement in that contract. We will not cover any other union members.
Any other people represented by
Right.
or organized?
So that's in that contract that we adhere to.
Sure, and that probably went for
Something
here, it's
to
just
be
something we
looked at.
didn't want, if we're talking about it, I just didn't want it to be, oh, what are they talking about? That's
So-
where we're at.
And
That's not a threat, we just gotta make sure that they.
Yeah, we're looking at that.
But that,
Teamsters not
those
gonna say, "No,
issues
we're
will
not
be
covering."
settled at the bargaining table. When you sit down and negotiate, that's where you'll settle
Well,
those issues.
I don't know if that could be a bargaining deal, that's a legal issue. So, something to look at. But it's something we're looking at many aspects of this. It's not just a cut and dried thing.
All right.
Okay. Anybody else? Oh, we handled that pretty well. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming, don't forget departmental reports.
What?
Departmental reports.
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, I know, but that was-
Departmental reports, Sheriff, you wanna, Mike?
Sure, Mike.
Sheriff Mike?
His ears are burning.
Just this.
Last week wasn't, kind of the same as the week before. We didn't have anybody at training. Our calls of service were 377 for the week, and our inmate population went up just a few. We're at 144, 30 females, and I think it's 114 males.
Okay. Questions for the Sheriff's Department? Thanks, Mike.
Got good reports on that report from last week.
Yeah.
I'll tell the sheriff that
Yes.
people that watch it on, I get the calls from people that watch the stuff on, and they thought it was real thorough and.
They did. I had several people come up to me and tell me that they really appreciated the report, and there was a lot of information in it.
Thank you for your work on
Brian?
Weekly road and bridge news, we got crews trimming trees back and cleaning up on Watson Road, Wesley Chapel, Watkins, Olive Road, Wortham Road, and Busick. Still been burning brush at the landfill for all the trees we've hauled in there. We did some pipe work down in Libertyville area, put 33 feet of pipe in and did some ditch work down in that area. We had a crew work with Shade Tree and Ameren to remove a tree on Westmeyer. We got that taken care of last week. Additionally, we cleaned up the parking lot from all the cinders we had on the lot from the winter storm. We've been kind of brooming some intersections where we had a multitude of cinders, so nobody slides, or some of the intersections. Trash crews picked up 280 pounds on Hillsborough, Cedar Falls, and another 60 pounds on Hillsborough. Our sign crew put up 2 left turns and 2 posts, 1 turn right and a post on Busick, 1 turn right and post on Babyak, winding road left in Laws, reverse turn left and post on 3 Rivers, curve right post on Davis Crossing, 35 miles per hour post on Cedar Run, reverse turn right and post on Cedar Falls, and impassable high water on College. As far as our Alderberry Bridge project we got going, they have backfilled both sides of the bridge with 2-inch clean and rip-wrap the inside with 2 to 3 inch rip-wrap to retain the walls from erosion. And they will set the beams if everything goes good tomorrow.
2 to 3 inch riprap.
Yeah.
Pretty small.
Yep.
Is that clean?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, any questions for the road and bridge? Hey, I drove Old Fredericktown the other day. It looks good.
Yeah.
What are your plans for that?
As soon as the weather breaks and we can get some dry weather back in there, we're gonna start back up on it. We've made our way up to the Amish store. So we- Midnight store, so we gotta go from midnight all the way, or midnight store over to 00.
Okay.
And I think that section go pretty good. The hard part of it's done.
Okay.
So we're hoping to get a 20-foot driving surface down through there.
All right.
Really well needed in that area.
That road's rough and they don't have any suspension.
No, it is.
Okay. Yes.
He said Amish, what are you gonna tell him about that? Because when I say Amish, what do you?
There are no Amish in this community. Okay.
They're Mennonites. My
Any
bad.
other departmental reports? Hey, I'm running out of meeting. Motion.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second. All in favor? Oh.
And don't forget, there is no meeting.
No.
Okay. Second, yeah.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.